Hello everyone, I'm Carla Griffith Byrne. I serve as a board member for Texas Gun Sense. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video and to hear a little bit about my story. The reason that I do this work is because of something tragic that happened to my family. My brother was murdered in a mobile mass shooting. He and his wife and two young children were on their way to have their family pictures made, and they did not know that the shooter was parked next to them in a USPS van. He had already shot the driver, the male person of that van, and commandeered the vehicle. The shooter shot my brother through the door of his car and went on about his spree. There's a whole lot more to that story, but I want to tell you what's behind my work here, and that is that it was determined that this shooter purchased an assault weapon from a buyer who is just a random guy who can sell someone a gun without putting them through a background check. And I didn't know that this was a thing. I did not take the time to educate myself about gun laws or the lack thereof. In the state of Texas, if you carry a federal firearms license, an FFL, you have to put your buyer through a background check. But if you're just an average citizen who doesn't go about it as a business, you don't have to put your buyers through a background check. The murderer that killed my brother and 6 others had previously tried to get a gun through an FFL, and he failed that background check because he had been committed to a mental institution against his wishes. So what did he do? He drove 2 hours away from Odessa to Lubbock, and he bought a gun from a guy named Marcus Brazil. And then he went and shot 7 people, including my little brother, who was murdered in front of his children. I tell you this story not for you to feel sorry for me, but for you to understand that we are all susceptible to this kind of tragedy and that none of us is exempt. And so I just want you to please take some time to help us with this work, help us to advocate what needs to be done to affect positive change at the legislatures. We need universal background checks. We need extreme risk protection orders, otherwise known as red flags. There are so many things that we need, and we can't do without your support. So your action, your donations, anything that you can do to help us at Texas Gun Sense is so greatly appreciated. Thank you.